Yes, sir. No problem. I don't have the scene. I'm just downloading it now, but when shouldn't take too long. Yeah, I thought I had the scenery, but apparently I don't. What are you setting up? That doesn't make sense. I know your eye tracking should be okay though, right? So so what is your IP address? Can you know what it is? Does it start with a does it start with a 192? So it's your own home router basically. 192.168.0 dot something or dot one dot something. Okay, you should go on to your, is it a desktop or a laptop? Are you wired in or wireless? So why don't you make your go in and make it a static IP and just make it that way it never changes. Oh, okay. Yeah, because if you go into your internet settings, you can click on your card. It'll be IP4, and you do properties, and it'll probably say automatically get it, but you can actually put your own IP address in there. Yeah, and make it a static IP because that's what I did with my stuff. It's a static IP. That way, it never changes. Hmm. Your phone. What are you using your phone for? Oh, okay. So you're using it on your phone? So how are you connecting it through the Wi-Fi? So you can put your, yeah, you can probably make your, I don't know if you can make your phone a static IP or not. I've never actually done it. So I use an Acer tablet with Bluetooth. That's what I use Bluetooth to connect. But I'm flying VR now, so I don't use XC I just use Katasa. It's a whole different ball game, man. It was eye-opening when I first booted it up, and I was just sitting on the ground inside the cockpit, looking around, going, "Oh my god!" It took me a while to get used to it, but within a week, I was okay. I wasn't getting dizzy or nothing.
Yeah, this is being ridiculous. I got to figure out how to make my phone IP static because it just changed on me, and that's probably why it's been giving me errors.
Could be. Yeah, I never tried looking at my phone. I connect my phone to my Wi-Fi all the time, but I never look to see if it's giving an IP address or not.
Yeah. I'm on my Wi-Fi all the time as well, and this is the only thing that I like. This is the only reason I look at the IP address on my phone.
I'm curious now. I haven't joined the game yet, so I'm gonna turn my phone on and see what it does.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna. I'll be joining in just a second. And then
So
it's all. Sorry, go
just
ahead.
connecting to my home Wi-Fi. I want to see if there actually is an IP address on it. Oh yeah, it says configure IP automatically or manually. So I would pick manually.
Oh, nice. Is that are you all running an Android or iPhone?
iPhone
I'm on an Android. I wonder if how big the
should,
difference would be.
should be the same thing, you'd think. You just have to remember what the subnet mask is in the router. Make sure you write that stuff. Even
Hmm.
write the IP address down and whatever IP address it has, just write those four things down: IP address, subnet mask, router, and then just when you go to manual, just put in the same numbers.
Oh yeah. I will have to figure that out. Because yeah, that not having to change the IP address every flipping time would be really nice.
Yeah, and in your computer, let me go to my. You're running what version of Windows?
10. I don't know which version of 10, but 10.
All right, so I'm just went into my settings. I'm going to go to, let's see, network and internet. And I click on Ethernet. And then change adapter options. And you go right click. I don't know if you're following me or not, but anyways.
Yeah, I'm caught up with you.
Okay, then you right click on it and it gives you your internet properties.
Uh-huh.
And then you right click on TCP4 version 4. And it tells you can obtain an IP address automatically, or you can put it in static. Use the following IP.
Alright, mine wasn't showing some of that, so I'll have to try that later.
Okay, and if you want to know what your IP address right now, you can go to a command prompt. So if you go to the search,
oh yeah, yeah, I was able to find my IP address. I got that. I've got everything connected now, I think.
Okay.
Now the only tricky part is I don't know if my flight computer is going to cooperate until I'm actually in the flight, which is the unfortunate part.
Yeah, I that's what I would do. But right now I'm not actually running static. I used to do a web page and I had to have a static IP. Then you would port forward it to the web page, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
But you have to have a static IP.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, I think I'm going to join in again now that I actually have the scenery.
Yeah, no, I just joined in, so I'm gonna. Oh, what the heck? Why is that happening? My computer's. Oh, okay.
Let's see what we got for what we got. Barely no wind. Lots of thermals. Oh, we have to do. Oh, it's all okay. I might fly. I like flying the LS3A on these flights because they're not fast flights, and I like the I like the size of the instruments.
Yeah, I'm running the ASW 28-15. I've come to really enjoy this plane.
I should fly that one. I haven't flown that one very much. I'm gonna try that one too. ASW 28-15. I'm gonna try that one.
Nice. Ooh, my flight computer's cooperating. Yay!
I don't know if I have to change the center of gravity or not on this one. I'll just leave it for now. Well, thing with you always should take ballast because you can always dump it. Okay, how come I'm not? I wonder if there was an update on my headset. It's showing up, but it's not. The link is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's got it now. It wasn't connected to my computer. Yeah, I just use Airlink. I don't use the cable. I don't like the cable. I've always had problems with the cable. That's why I don't use it. They say there's maybe the picture quality is a little bit better with the cable. Plus, you're charging your headset. But I've got the extra battery on the back. If my headset says it's going down, I can either plug in the extra battery, or normally I just plug the charger in at the side of the headset. Charges it up while you're flying. So, like I say, to me the picture's good enough. I don't run any more than 72 megahertz, 72 hertz, because I don't see the difference between that and 90 hertz. 90 hertz is harder on the battery, so I just stayed 72 hertz, and I'm happy with it. And then I put the inserts for my, instead of wearing glasses, I just put the inserts in. I should have done that a long time ago. It's so much nicer, man. Every time I was putting the headset on, I would smudge my glasses. I'd have to take it off again, and it just was a pain in the ass. So I'm glad it was well worth the $50 to buy the inserts. We have a company. We have a YJ, Diana. Somebody else is flying YJ, flying a Diana. So this ASW28 is like the ASW20. You don't go to the landing flaps to soar. That's always that problem. Because if you're flying the ASW20, you'd never put it in L for soaring, for doing thermals. Because it not only does it put the flaps down, but it puts out some air brakes too. Yeah, it is. It's like I'm going down real fast, and that's all there is to it. This airplane, we almost did a touch and go off the side of this hill.
Alright, everybody, now that I'm up in the air and everything's cooperating, welcome to the stream.
Interesting scenery so far. Oh, we got another guy up. Well, that is you.
Yeah, I'm DG, I'm up in the air up high.
You're SVG?
Oh, sorry, yeah, SVGX. Yeah, that one's me. I show up in the chat as DG.
Okay. A lot of time Peter Fest will fly. I flew with him a couple of times just by ourselves.
Yeah.
It's on here every once in a while. I haven't seen him for a couple of weeks, so I don't know where he's been.
Yeah, I don't have any answers for you. This is my second time. I think the last time I was on here was a month and a half ago. All right. Well, my head tracking software is not cooperating, so that's fun.
What are you using for head tracking?
So it's running AI track to capture the video from my camera, and then open track to convert that into whatever it needs to actually run and convert over to the simulator.
Yep.
But for some reason, when I tell it to track my head, it starts wigging out real mad, so I don't think I'll be using that tonight.
Okay. Just have a Track IR version 3. It still works good.
Nice.
That's a super old one, but hey, it still does its thing.
It's all that matters, right?
I haven't used it anymore in Condor since I've got the headset, but I use it for other flight sims.
Oh, nice.
And I don't. I used to use it for Elite Dangerous Horizons, but
Oh yeah,
no hope, no way, man. Once you're sitting inside that spaceship, you're
yeah.
not getting out.
Oh, for sure. I've
those
got.
things are those things are huge.
I can imagine. I've got a buddy that plays Elite Dangerous, and he says that he thinks I'd really enjoy it. And it came on sale on Steam like a month ago, and I was really tempted.
Yeah, I've seen it sometimes like for like $5, like super cheap. I
Yeah.
wouldn't get the Odyssey version, but I got the Horizon version.
Okay.
I didn't want Horizon because I didn't really care about walking around. Plus, the walking around parts are not in 3D anyways.
Well, there you go. Yeah, that makes that decision easy.
Yeah, so I just use Horizons. I mean, it's a grinding game. It's one of these games where you can do anything, and most people don't like that. They would rather have to do something. You know what I mean?
Have some more concrete objective.
Most games, there's a certain way you have to go through the game. With Elite, you just do whatever you want.
Yeah, for sure.
So I've done, I do bounty hunting. I like bounty hunting. Do some mining. Done some mining. I like that. I've done some exploring.
Nice. All right, my head tracking is cooperating now. Yay!
So the wind's coming from the north, barely.
Yeah, I am having a hard time finding some wind. I'm headed towards some clouds to the northwest, and hopefully that'll get me some sort of... Ooh, there's lift. Okay.
Yeah, I'm heading west right now towards you guys. So I'm getting around the one edge of this mountain. I think I'll sneak in this little valley here to get some wind from the north.
Nice.
Right now, I think I'm on the leeward side of the hill.
Yeah, I feel like the only time we're gonna really run into some good air is once we get up real high. Oh, jeez.
So what are you using for controllers?
I'm running the Logitech, just the basic joystick, and then I've got the Logitech flight pedals for my rudder.
Okay. I've got the Microsoft Force Feedback 2 from like 30 years ago.
Oh,
Still
nice.
works great.
Yeah.
And I just made my own rudder pedals with toe brakes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I started looking into getting building my own rudder pedals because I've got a 3D printer and stuff. But then I finally got my hands on a set of these pedals, and I tried making myself a throttle quadrant, but getting the code to cooperate with Condor was it's fighting me. So I need to go in and rewrite it.
All you need is a Leo Bednar keyboard emulator, and you hook into it, and you're good to go.
I'm going to need to get that information from you because that'll help me a lot.
It's just a little wee tiny circuit board, and it's got 32 buttons on it, and it's got, I think, three or four different spots where you can plug in potentiometers. So, you're good to go.
All right, when we're all done with this flight, I'm going to need you to send me that information on Discord because that sounds really nice compared to what I've been trying to do.
Yeah, so I have a button panel on my left side with all kinds of buttons on it and toggles, and I use it for Condor, so going through the PDA and deploying the water and wheels and all kinds of stuff. So, because I can't see what I'm doing, but I can memorize where all the buttons.
Yeah, for sure. That makes a lot of sense.
I even use it for my flaps and my spoilers.
Do you have those set up on a knob or a potentiometer, or?
The spoilers on a pot.
Okay.
And the flaps are on two different they call micro switches. So when I move the lever one way, it hits one micro switch, and when I move it the other way, it hits the other micro switch.
Oh, there you go.
So one
That
way
sounds pretty good.
lowers the flaps, and the other way raises the flaps.
I like that. That's nice. That way you can hit each individual notch of flaps rather than kind of flying through them.
Yeah, yeah. But I can't remember how I built it. I'm gonna have to open it up and have a look.
That's all right. Where did my airspeed go? What the heck?
I kind of lost the thermal here. I'm gonna get back into it.
All right.
I like seeing blue on my PDA screen.
Right? Yeah. Well, whoever's in that Diana YJ out there, they found some good lift. It looks like.
Well, I'm just gonna go up to cloud base and then I'll carry on.
Yeah, I just got to get myself up to cloud base. I got to find a way up there. That's my problem right now.
This is like almost a 4-knot thermal.
Are you DJC?
DJC, yeah.
DJC. Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
So actually, I've had 4 meters per second, which is 8 knots.
Holy crap! Yeah, I gotta get over there because I am in just all kinds of dead air.
I thought you were in the same cloud as me.
I left and went to the other side of the. I'm farther north or west
Oh, there you
of where
are.
you're at. I'm down in
That's
the bottom.
YJ. He's way up there now.
Yeah, that's where I want to get to.
I don't see you anywhere. There you are. Oh yeah, what were you doing over there?
I told you I'm new at this.
Okay, well that must have been YJ I saw it in the thermal. I thought it was you.
Yeah, no, I'm making my way there right now. We're gonna see if I can't catch up to you guys.
Okay, I'm up.
Hey!
Hey, we hear you.
You can hear me?
Yes, we can. Schwimmer, you're YJ in the Diana too, right?
Correct.
All right.
Doing a fine job.
Yeah, I thought I had everything set up, and then I couldn't hear you guys, and it was like, oh, I don't have Discord set up.
Yeah, a bit of an issue.
I think this cloud's dying. Or
I think
we'll stay here for a little bit longer.
I think you have the dying confused with me. I'm the one that's struggling here. Goodness gracious.
I found it again. I was just moving out of it. That's all.
We're gonna see if I can't find the bottom of it here.
Yeah, it's back up to 6 and 7 knots.
Making me jealous, dude.
Okay, I'm gonna make you work at it. Come on, work at it.
Yeah, I was getting an average of about 8-9 knots going up.
Yeah, me too. Didn't get 9, but I've had it up to 8. So I'm at almost 2,400 meters right now.
Oh, I gotta find some lift. Yeah, I'm at 4,600. I'm at 1,400 meters right now.
Yeah, I don't know why I use meters. Well, I do chin-chin all the time. That's why I do meters. But we don't fly meters in Canada. We fly feet and knots.
Oh yeah, my flight computer on my phone's got both for my altitude showing, but my plane's set up in feet and knots.
I'm just so used to meters. That's why I stick with it, I guess.
That makes sense.
Alright, let's zoom out of the map here and see which way we're supposed to be going.
If I remember right, we're supposed to be heading south and slightly southwest.
Southwest, yeah, there it is. Okay, down that valley, okay. I'll start, as soon as I get the cloud base, I'll start put pause on, head that way, put pause on, and I'll bring Exisor into the window.
Nice.
So I can at least see where the wind's coming from. Because the
Out
upper
of the
winds,
north at 9 knots, or 9. No, it's 009 degrees at 4 knots.
okay. I'm gonna say we must be close to the edge of the map because I see nothing out over that one way.
Yeah.
Heading north, there's nothing there.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever run into the edge of the map?
I've flown close to it on a couple flights, but I've never gone intentionally towards it and over it.
You'll know because you won't go anywhere.
Do you just kind of stop dead?
You'll be going down, but you won't be going forward. Okay, I gotta go that way now because I am definitely at cloud base. I'm now in the cloud.
Lucky I am just dying over here. Oh. Yeah, there is no wind in the bottom of this valley. Holy crap. Sparky, stop it, dude.
Okay, I see a new cloud over here, so I'm gonna head over there and get to it. I don't know if I'm gonna fly a triangle tonight or not. I haven't decided yet. There's not a whole lot of wind, so it's not going to be fun ridging. So I don't know if I'll do might just go there and back. Who knows?
There we go. Now we're not on mute. Okay, I'm going to land because I am out of altitude. We're going to see if we can't get back in the air because the gate never closes. We're going to try this again. Not having my head tracking cooperating with you is making this annoyingly difficult. Don't hit those buttons. Alright, I'm landing and going again.
Alrighty. Yeah, we're up to about 9 knots in this one. because the wind's on our tail, they're on probably just before you get to the cloud. I find that you find the direction of the wind, and usually because it's on our tail, the cloud is a little bit further than the actual thermal. So you get to the thermal just before you get to the cloud. All right, I'm up to 3,500 meters. I think I can move on now.
Are you heading straight down to the finish point?
I'm heading down to the finish, and then I'm going to decide from there if I want to do a triangle or just come straight back.
Okay. I'm starting with a triangle first.
Yeah, normally I do the same thing, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
So since there's only the one turn point, how do you set a triangle?
Well, you can either do what he's doing, or do what I'm doing. Go to the end, see how figure out the distance that you're away from the start, and then what I do is I'll do a 45-degree turn back towards the start, and
Okay.
I'll go out exactly the same distance. So if it's, say, you're 60 kilometers from start to finish, I'll go out on a 45, 60 kilometers out, and come back 45 degree.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it's looking for an isosceles triangle.
Okay.
I think that's what that is. Two angles are the same. I think that's what it is.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the way I do it, anyways. I'll decide how, like I say, I'll use the same distance to get out to the other side of the triangle, the other point.
Nice.
Yeah, I haven't quite figured that out yet on the pad on the computer on the screen. I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, like I say, I just take the distance from the start to the finish, and then I just go out on a 45 coming back towards the start. I'll go up to get 60, that same number away from the finish.
I think I'm gonna just see if I can at least make it to the finish line tonight.
Yeah.
That feels like that's gonna be a challenge in and of itself. Yeah, I found a thermal, guys. I'm
There you
climbing.
There you go.
Stay in it.
Oh, I'm gonna hug onto this thing until I can't anymore.
This is very interesting. There's a lot of freaking high mountains around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be. Well, they're high mountains and they're packed on top of each other.
Yeah, I know.
There's no in between.
Yeah, I see a big row of mountains ahead of me that I'm not above yet.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be most of this flight.
Yep, get up to cloud base and then always get back up to cloud base.
Alright, so I am currently thermaling at 10.5 knots, which is really good, which means I'm going to be getting plenty of altitude, passing 8,000 feet. Oh, shoot. Yeah, 8,000 feet, roughly 20, almost 2,500 meters.
Above 10,000.
I just passed 8,000 for me.
Yeah, 3,000 meters, 3,200 meters,
Nice.
something like that.
Yeah, I'm at 36 and a half.
I need to get a chart meters to feet. Leave it up here when I fly with you guys.
I printed one of those out and I left it at work. I need to bring mine home.
I forgot I had flaps on this thing.
I've never flown with such low surface wind. It's weird not having the thermal move much.
All right, how am I going to get over those mountains over there? I don't want to go around them because that's not the thing to do.
I would say stay on the windward side, but I feel like there's not a windward side of any of this.
Yeah, I'm heading right straight, basically not on the blue line, but just right of the blue line. My left wingtip's almost on the blue line, and the wind is just coming off a few angles from my tail off to the right, so don't really have any wind coming from my side.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm going to do here to get up this hill. It should be all right though.
What height are you guys running into cloud base? I'm at 10,000 and I haven't hit it yet.
Yeah, I was at 3,600 meters when I ran into cloud base.
Yeah, about 10-2, somewhere in there.
Okay, so I've still got a bit of room. Alright, so we don't want to fly in clouds for a couple of reasons. One, we lose points. Alright, I gotta get out of this cloud. And then two, because we can't see where we're going, and if we lose orientation, we will fall out of the sky. And that's not good. Oh, we gotta get out of this. I can't see crap. No, I'm leaving the cloud. Stop it.
There you go.
Alright, so I'm happy that I got to the height of the clouds, but that was unnecessary. Alright, now we fly.
Okay, I think I can get over this ridge.
Alright, so the wind is coming from the northish, north by northeast, and essentially non-existent. It's at our tail. We're going to try and maintain some speed. With any luck, we can get over some of these formations. Alright. Gonna let the autopilot drive for a second. Because I want to try, I've got my flight computer.
See what this ridge is going to do.
Stay there.
There's a couple of clouds. There's a couple of clouds just before the ridge, and they look like they're higher than all the other clouds around me. So I'm going to head there first, and that should take me up over top of the ridge, and I can go past it.
Alright, now we'll take over. I gotta figure out where I'm going. We gotta find ourselves another cloud to fly in, or thermal up into. We're gonna go for that one.
Interesting. These clouds didn't do anything for me.
That's not giving me much hope. I'm kind of behind where you're at.
Well, the ridge is working a little bit. At least it's getting me up to the top of it.
That's good.
I'm going to slip past it, I hope.
I'm running out of Slurpee.
Yeah, that worked.
I'm at 10,000 feet and I feel like I'm falling out of the sky.
That's not comforting at all.
The surrounding terrain is higher than I am with a high valley.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, we're going to turn. Follow this ridge line now that we're around it. See if we can't ride these clouds. Find some thermals there. Oh, I'm talking to the wrong people. Sorry. I'm just going to be talking to myself all night, probably.
You go right ahead.
That's okay as long as you don't lose the argument with yourself.
There's always a solid chance.
Well, I've done that more than once.
Not a very big map.
No. Sure hope there's a cloud around the corner of this hill. I don't think I'm going anywhere on this one.
just about. I'm not at the finish yet, but I'm close to it.
Well, don't go east.
I'm gonna say I don't see any. Yeah, I might have to go west. Maybe.
Well, I can tell you from experience, the hills to the east, the mountains to the east are much greater than the ones to the west.
Oh yeah, the ones on the east are. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see that over there. And
Well,
there's
I was hoping to catch a cloud around here, but the terrain is rising faster than I'm falling.
Yeah, looking at the map, it looks like to the east they are much higher. Like an unsettling amount.
Yeah. And I'm in a valley now that I'm waiting for a cloud to come over me and I can't get one.
Good thing the wing tips up on. You can tell which way the thermal is from you because the wing will tip up on that side.
I'm having to dump my water.
I'm sure the trees will appreciate it.
I almost got out of this cloud figuring there was nothing here, and then my left wing went up, so I turned to the left.
That's the part of thermaling that I need to learn how to read better, is responding to my plane doing funny things like that.
Yeah, otherwise I would have missed it for sure. Ooh, 12 knots, we'll take her.
Yeah.
Jump on it.
Yeah, I can really see those mountains to the east from up here. Holy, your high peakies.
Yeah, and there's not a spot to land down here.
That sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah, well.
Okay, that's enough fun for one thermal. Had it up to 13 knots.
Sheesh. That is
No, she just
nuts.
right up. And I just about flew through past that cloud too.
Just got carried straight through it.
I was going. I said, "Well, okay, where's the lift? I'm almost out of this cloud." And then my left wing went up just that little bit. I just turned left. So Machu, what is it?
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu.
Yeah. Oh no!
Nice.
Did the tree jump out and bite you?
No, I had to land.
That sucks. Doesn't look like you landed though.
Okay, I gotta go to the left here to get to this Machu Picchu. I've never been there, but my buddy's been there a couple times.
Nice. Yeah, I've had friends and stuff that have gone down and visited. It looks really cool. I'd love to maybe one day make it out there.
Yeah, my buddy, he keeps wanting me to go on these trips, but I don't have that energy, I guess. He's done Kilimanjaro twice. He's done Mount Everest twice.
Ugh.
I just don't see the fun in it.
Those two are a different kind of crazy.
Yeah,
Machu Picchu's tame compared to all that.
I know, but there's still some. You got to do some hiking to get there, right?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's not like you don't need you don't need to take oxygen with you.
No, but I mean, they had some issues. Like, I think they were camping on the trail and it really rained one night, and they were having some real problems.
That makes sense.
Okay, I'm rejoining you.
Welcome back.
So I'm curious if they have any buildings at this place in this map.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what sort of how detailed they've made that portion of the landscape.
Yeah, I'm heading right straight forward over this peak, and I think it's in the next valley.
speed to this next ridge and see if we can't get up and over it. But we'll see. The other thing I really need to learn how to, or need to get better at, is flying at the appropriate speed so I can actually make it places in a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah.
That's where I seem to struggle. One of my biggest struggles right now, but I'm still pretty new to this.
Is that a struggle in Condor or Condor in real life?
Just Condor. I have not started flying in real life yet. I hope to do that in the next year or two.
Okay.
Right now I'm trying to, save up my spending money so that I can afford to do the training and all that.
Yeah, without the family budget, yeah.
Yeah, making sure that I don't impact the family budget too much.
Yep. For tips on how to fly faster, I asked Dennis.
Yeah, I think I spoke to Dennis last time I flew, which was like a month and a half ago, and I don't remember if he provided me any tips that night or what, but I've been trying to do a little bit of research and trying to understand MC theory and all that, but it's trying to, yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, Condor has lessons on it.
Yeah, I need to get to that part in the lessons. I haven't actually gotten that far.
So I'm over top of that place, and it definitely looks like a hike to get there.
Oh yeah, no, it's like up on cliffs, and it's.
Oh yeah,
I think
it's on top of a peak there, but.
Yeah, I think it's like 7,000 feet above sea level or something. So it's not like high. It's just weird to get to, technical to get to. That's the word.
I want to say it's a 12-mile hike, unless you're one of the lazy Americans and you drive to it. Because I think my son and his wife went there 2 years ago.
Oh, cool.
And they said you could drive to it. So I don't know that you could drive right to it, but like within 2 miles of it.
I feel like to get the appropriate experience, you need to hike to it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm 60K from the start, so I'm making my turn to the west. I'm going to follow this valley up because it's like a 45 degree already. I'm not flying real fast. I'm only doing about 150 kilometers an hour, so I'm not going real fast.
That's about 80 knots.
Yeah, 100 knots is 100 kilometers is 62 miles an hour, so yeah, about 80 knots or so. 90 knots, somewhere in there. So yeah, now I'm doing my 45 degree.
So I'm being towed to a dying cloud.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
And the wind is coming right straight down my right wing, so I'm hoping I get some kind of ridge lift.
Yeah, here's hoping.
Right through it.
It's working. if we can't find lift and some actual lift. Oh, I've got mountains I gotta get over. This is gonna suck. Either get over or find a way around, and that's gonna take me way off course, so I'm not gonna do that.
Now trying to catch up to the clouds.
Okay, I see somebody up in the PDA, but I don't see, he must be behind the mountains. Yeah, he looks like.
Yeah, that's me. That's me trying to work the ridge lift until the cloud floats by.
It'd be fun to buzz around in a power plane. Might have to get on Microsoft and fly this area.
Yeah.
You know that means you're gonna have to try and land at Machu Picchu, right?
You can't land there.
Not
Sure
in
you
real
can.
life. Not in real life, you can't.
Not even in Condor.
Well, no, but like if you get on Microsoft Flight Simulator, take like
Oh,
a
yeah.
take like a cub and put her down on top of the plateau.
Well, you know, I could fly the ornithopter.
There you go.
That thing's a hoot to fly. I love that thing.
The ornithopter from Dune.
Yeah, that thing flies phenomenally well.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be fun.
There's a hover mode, there's a glide mode, there's a power forward mode, and there's a dive mode.
Nice. So you can fly it just like in the movies where they drop the wings and just kind of dive.
Go straight down, yeah.
Nice.
And then if you can actually glide and then hit the boosters and you go faster than you would if you were under power.
Oh, cool.
Alright, I need one of these clouds to work.
Now you're just asking for too much.
I'm just asking for one to come by me so I can get underneath it.
Actually, I've been doing pretty good because I think it was around 3,000 meters when I got there, and I'm only at 2,800 right now, so I haven't lost a whole lot of height.
Yeah.
I'm stuck at 2100 right now, trying to get my altitude so I can get over this mountain.
I'm in the wrong cycle for the clouds because every time I get to them, they're dead. They're dying. So maybe I'll head left and head over to the ridge a little bit closer to it and see what it does. Oh, this is really nice scenery. I love these mountains.
Yeah, they're really nice.
See a mountain ahead of me's got this interesting marking on the side. I don't know what it is. Hopefully get over there and have a look. I'm gonna have to go down that valley anyway, so I'll take a look when I get over there.
Well, be sure to report back whenever you find it, or when you get to it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I know what it looks like, but I don't know what it is.
Such a hard time getting there. We're gonna see if this cloud will pick me up. Do either of you two fly in real life in gliders?
I've had about 20 flights or so in gliders, and I've got about 140 hours in power planes.
Okay.
I fly gliders. I've got my commercial license in gliders.
All right.
I've got a Schweitzer 126.
Ooh.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I just completed my silver duration in it.
Oh,
You
congratulations.
compete? Do you go around and compete with that? Because I know there's a competition for those, isn't there?
Not yet.
I know some guys who have them, and they just follow the competitions around and fly them.
Yeah, my next goal is silver distance for 50 kilometers.
Very nice. All right, so I have a question for you guys then. I'm a bit of a giant. I'm 6'6" and about 200 pounds. Do you know of any gliders that I might fit in? Because from what I've gathered in the little bit of reading I've done, they're not like most things aren't built for people like me. So I'm curious in the world of gliders, like what are the odds I'm going to find a glider that I could comfortably sit in and fly?
I will tell you they're out there. I'm not sure which ones, but they're out there.
Okay. Because like I figure worst case scenario, if I were to like purchase my own glider, I could rebuild the instrument panel and kind of like force give myself some more leg room and stuff. But then there's like the issue of headroom and stuff, running into the canopy and making sure I'm comfortable there as well.
Well, I'm 6'2",
Okay.
and 240 pounds, and I fit in the 126.
All right, so
It's doable.
Do you have to wear like one of the slimmer parachutes?
I don't wear a parachute because I haven't bought one yet.
Well, that solves that issue then.
Yeah, I'm 6'1" and 235 pounds, so I don't have any issues with
Yeah.
the gliders I've been in.
Yeah, and then a lot of my height comes from my legs. I've got a 36-inch inseam, so I'm a leggy dude.
Well, you and I are similar. I'm about 20 pounds heavier than you are.
Okay.
But because I've got a 36-inch inseam also.
Okay, gotcha. So the club here so I'm in Utah, and the club here has a couple of Grob 102s, the twins, for their training purposes, and I'm hoping that I should fit in the front seat of one of those. I know I need to do my trial flight, but I'm hoping that'll work out for me.
Well, I can tell you from experience, because I've got 3 hours in a Nimbus 4,
Okay.
that the back seat is very cramped.
I can see that just because you're pressed up against the seat in front of you.
Yeah, and the feet, I couldn't extend my feet to get, when I'm not flying, I couldn't extend my feet to get around the pedals.
Oh yeah.
So I sat for 3.5 hours in the back seat. I probably won't ever do that again.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. Okay, I am stuck in the cloud. This is a problem.
I'm over a fairly decent-sized little city, and I think there's an airport down there.
Nice.
I think it's, I'm trying to read it. Bam something. Can't read it, but it's definitely a city with an airport.
It's good to know there's a place to land out there if we need it.
Quillabamba or something. And I just hit a nice cloud just over top of the city, so I'm taking it up for a ride.
Nice.
And I'm gonna make my right turn and head towards the fin to start.
You were talking about the Grove 102, the twin-seater?
Yeah.
I fit comfortably in the back of that.
Okay, that's good to know.
You would fit in the front.
Sweet. That'll be good, because there was a point in my younger years where I tried to join the National Guard as a helicopter pilot, and I was way too tall to fit in neither the Black Hawk nor the Apache, so that kind of shot that in the foot.
Yeah.
And commercial flights trying to sit in economy seats, or just in the cabin there, that's uncomfortable. So I'm just hoping that I can take my soaring into the real world and not just have to live it here on Condor, as fun as this is.
Well, I would suggest going to the club early when they're open, but go in early and ask them to just sit in the cockpit for half an hour.
Just to get a feel for it.
Yeah. I mean, it'll tell you after 10 minutes whether it's comfortable, and after 30 minutes, then try to get out. That's the hard part, is after flying for 30 minutes trying to get out.
Because you've been stuck in one seated position the entire time.
Yeah, you're stiff, you're stuck.
That makes sense.
I mean, I flew 5 hours in the 126, and I literally had to sit for a minute after I landed just to get everything back to normal.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll have to find a day that they have an open, just have people allow for people to come and visit. What I need to do is talk to Brett, the guy that sets up our flights here, because he's actually in the club here in Utah.
Yeah. But if they're open on Saturdays, most clubs are open on Saturdays and Sundays. Just show up at 9 o'clock on a Saturday, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and say, hey, can I sit in for half an hour? And it's usually before someone wants to go up anyhow, because it's before they start flying.
Yeah, that makes sense. There is a wall of clouds over this mountain ridge that I am trying to get on top of, and it is making this uncomfortable.
Well, at least you're downrange. I had to start 3 times.
That does make me feel better as I am struggling through my second attempt here, but yeah. So what caused the second disconnection and start over?
Well, I went down the canyon you guys went down, but I couldn't get I couldn't connect with the cloud.
That makes sense.
So if I want to make
I was in between the clouds.
I want to make the triangle when you get to Machu Picchu, make the right turn and follow the valley all the way up to the city, and then make the right turn and go towards the start line.
Is that easy? Is that pretty straightforward and easy path to follow?
So far, so good. Yeah, so far so good.
Yeah, looking at the map, it looks like it follows it really nicely and kind of builds that triangle for you.
Yep. And you can see that marking on the side of the mountain. You can tell me what you think it looks like.
Okay. Oh, I'm finally able to get over this mountain. And I'm clear. Yay!
Yay! Just have to be patient.
Yeah, just being patient and finding that one little crack in the mountaintop and be like, okay, there's my line. And I'm still about 19 or almost 20 nautical miles away from the finish. That is counting up. That is how far I've flown. Never mind.
Yeah, it only points you back to the start.
Oh, because technically I have not crossed the start.
The gates aren't active anymore.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So I was exactly 60 kilometers from the start when I got to Machu Picchu. So was that about 30 miles or something?
35 miles.
Yeah, if I remember right, it's a straight shot. It's supposed to be, the map says 33 nautical miles.
Something like that.
Yeah, so I'm close-ish. I'm about 2/3 of the way there, maybe. Now my problem is I'm just in sinking air on the backside of this mountain, and it is eating me alive.
Just be patient.
Yep, we'll get there eventually. Looks like I have just one more major ridge to cross, and then I'll basically be home free.
Yeah.
thermal right before my ridge, so hopefully this will get me up to a better height to get over.
There you go.
So long as I don't lose myself in this tiny little cloud.
Dennis, you're 14 miles from the start.
Yeah, I see you over there. I just gotta get over this. I'm gonna try to get over this ridge, or we can go around it, I guess.
I was going to say, if you go around it, you can make a right turn, then a left turn to come down the valley.
Yeah, I can see it. I was gonna go up this cloud here for a second and get up on top of the ridge. So I think I'll do that, and then I'll head straight for the start. This B. Taylor guy, he's had this issue before. He connects and then he disconnects.
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, but he never really connects.
Wonder if he's on the Discord or not.
I don't think so. I've never talked to him.
Me neither. Okay, let's see if this cloud works. If not, I'm just gonna go around the ridge.
Have you made your second turn yet?
Oh yeah, I'm heading straight for the start line again.
Oh, nice. You know, if you keep going, you might be able to lap me at this point.
Probably. Oh, this cloud's working, so I'll take it up.
You know, my flight computer says I'm at 13,000 feet, 3,900 meters, but with how tall these mountains are, it does not feel it at all.
Yeah.
It's quite unsettling.
Wow, I never got up that high and I got over the mountains. My highest was about 3,600 and something meters.
Oh yeah, I found a really tall spot. You may have. I'm trying to go around the mountains now where they're a little lower. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, if I stay up the cloud base here, I'll just fly right over top of these mountains.
Yeah, those mountains to the west are definitely a lot lower.
I got up to 11,300
Nice.
so far.
Are you still back near the start?
I'm heading down canyon, yes.
Okay, cool. Found a little bit of ridge lift to get me over the last bit here. This is great.
Yeah.
I think this glider could use a bit of forward center of gravity.
You're in the ASW-28, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having to keep my elevator down a little bit to.
Because I got my trim fully forward, which is nose down,
Yeah.
and I still have to push the stick forward.
Oh, geez.
I think some center of gravity towards the nose. Keep the nose down.
Did you adjust your gravity CG before you started?
No, I didn't adjust it, no.
Okay, so it's at 0.
Yeah, so I know I have to go negative maybe 3
Yeah.
or 4.
Yeah, about an inch forward.
Yeah. Well, maybe a bit more. I know in the JS 315 meter, I usually go between 4 and 6. Negative 4 and 6.
Really? Wow.
That feels like a lot.
Well, it gives me I can actually trim back on the trim. Otherwise, I just go full. With zero, I have to go full forward trim, and it's just about there. I just have to push a little bit. So I'd rather be able to pull back a bit on the trim it.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
And if you fly the Genesis, you have to go the other way.
Yeah. I'm at cloud base and I can't get over the hill.
Right?
I don't see you. Oh, there you are. I can just see your marking. You go down the same side of that hill as you did the first 2 times?
No. First time I went east, the second time I went this same direction, but I was in between the wrong cycles.
Oh, you're going east again, eh?
No, I'm going south.
You are now.
Well, yeah.
Because I went. Yeah, I stayed on the west side of the line.
Well, I can finally see Machu Picchu, and holy cow, it is buried in all these mountain peaks.
Yeah, why would they build something there?
Right? That is...
Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those strange mysteries we may never understand, and everyone will say it's aliens.
Yeah, let them say it's aliens.
Makes for good stories, though.
Sure it does. Well, I'm over that ridge line.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, my right wingtip is on the. I'm just left of the center line, so not too bad.
Yeah, you weren't kidding. There's nowhere to land out here. This is nuts.
Nope. I do like the scenery, though. It's too bad the map is so bloody small.
Yeah. Alright, there's my turn.
There you go.
I think I see the airport. I think. No, still no, not yet. I'm in the wrong valley.
And I see my path home, so this will be good.
There you go.
Now it's just a question of whether or not I can fly it properly to actually get there.
Sure you can.
I made it this far, so you know that was goal number 1 accomplished. So
There
now
you
we
go.
can move on to the next goal of making the next turn point, the rounded canyon. And I'm still at 3,400 meters, 11,000 feet, so I should have some altitude to do it.
Nice. All I have to worry about now is crossing my track so I can get a triangle.
Yeah.
Is that as simple as just like crossing over
You
where you
have
already
to
flew?
remember. You have to remember the point where the tow plane let you loose. Otherwise, you won't cross the right spot.
And you have to cross there.
There, or
Beyond it.
yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I'm not 100% sure where I got let go. So.
Well, thankfully I've got my PDA on my phone that's tracking my entire flight.
If
so
you're using XC Soar, I think it see the path?
Yeah, I can see the path, so that should make it semi-easy for me.
Yeah.
Keyword being semi-easy.
Yeah.
So were you able to fly thermals on the way back, or were you just riding ridge lift?
No, I run ridge pretty well from Machu Picchu to that city, and then I took a thermal right over top the city, and then about halfway up towards the finish to start, I took another thermal.
Oh, gotcha. Cool.
So now I'm just about crossing my start point. I'm going to stay south of the start so I can hopefully cross my path in the right place.
Yeah, if you're south of roughly where the start point is, then you should cross your path just fine.
Yeah, I'm zooming in on the map now so I can make sure I do that.
Nice. For riding the ridge lift on this canyon back northwest, did you have to stay on the left side or the right side?
Left.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Alright, now I just got to figure out where the airport is. I don't actually see it anywhere.
Yeah, well, it's weird. If you remember, it's like a dirt strip. The only thing you'll see is the tow planes and then the flag.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I see it just south of the little city down there.
Yeah.
From the air, the flag is red.
Yeah, I see a couple of tow planes sitting on some dirt down there, so I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yep, that's it.
Alright, so I crossed the blue line. I'm going to go a bit further up the valley then make my turn back towards the airport, so hopefully I cross the line.
Alright, we're at 31. Oh, well, that's how far we are from the beginning. Okay, never mind. That's not total risk of flow. We're doing good so far. We're going to see if we can't ride this ridge a lot as the wind is coming a little bit head on from our right. And that should do us well to get out of here. There we go. Oh, I can see that airport that you were trying to pronounce the name of.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Quillabamba.
Yeah, Quillabamba. Yeah,
So, yeah.
that sounds about right.
The double L makes a Y sound in Spanish.
Yabamba?
Yeah, Quillabamba. Is that about where your other turn was? Oh, yep.
I turned right over top the city
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's where I'm headed.
and headed towards the right towards the finish. Start.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna head towards Quillabamba. It's hard to see on the screen, but it's a little tiny black dot on the map. Oh wait, there it is. Hey, one of you guys is on my PDA again. Yay!
That's me.
Nice. Welcome to this side of the map. So yeah, we're gonna head towards Quillabamba. We'll turn right again there, and that'll take us back towards the start.
Trying not to crash into the side of the hill as I turn a thermal.
Always a good plan.
It's amazing how fast you go up when you put flaps in.
Yeah, it makes me wish I had flaps.
Yeah, I got 14 and a half knots.
Holy cow.
Of course, I'm flying the Diana, which is a lot lighter than some other aircraft.
I like the Diana. I've flown that a couple times. That's a really good plane to fly on here.
Yeah, and I don't have water this time.
Oh yeah, so you have nothing weighing you down for sure.
Yeah.
Or this thing sure takes a long time to dump its water.
Yep.
Yeah, it holds a lot. It's weird.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I'm sure that's the airport.
I gotta go find Machu Picchu.
Looking at the map, it looks like you're pointed just about straight at it.
Yeah.
What's your elevation, or what's your altitude?
13?
Oh yeah, it's like you're gonna be well over the top of it. It's gonna be like I had to look back and forth between it and my map like 12 times before I'm like, oh, that's where it is.
Yeah, there's not much there to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hoping there'd be more.
Yeah. But from the shape of it, you can tell by the pictures I've seen of it that definitely is the spot.
Yeah, that's how I guessed it as well.
Well, if it wasn't for the windsock and the two planes sitting here, I would have never thought this was a runway.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was going in, when I had to restart and I went in and landed there, I was aiming for the city and then I just happened to glance down and I noticed in the river bottom there that's where the airport
And all
was.
these trees that were added in here make it believable, I guess. But I still don't see a runway.
Oh yeah, no, they didn't put a runway in at all.
So, Dennis, what's your, not Dennis, TG, what's your name?
Derek.
I missed it. What is it?
Derek.
Derek. Okay. I'm Rick.
Nice to meet you, Rick.
What state are you in?
I'm in Utah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What city are you near?
I'm just south of Salt Lake.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to join the club out this way. It flies out of a few of the airports.
Yeah.
The main one's out of Nephi. That's where they usually most of their flying is done at.
I spent a night there one day.
Yeah, on a cross country tour, or
No, my son and I were flying or going to. We're going to Montana to hunt.
oh, fun.
And I wanted to stop at some places, and I thought, well, that's close enough.
Yeah. Nice. What were you guys hunting in Montana?
Antelope.
Oh, nice. That's always
So we
fun.
were able to get 2 antelope, 1 for each, and 3 deer.
Ooh, that's a good haul.
Yeah.
Hey, we finally have a thermal again. This Machu Picchu has me thinking of Emperor's New Groove.
Oh yeah.
So what state do you hail from?
I'm from actually La Quinta, California, which is Palm Springs.
Oh, okay, cool. That's Southern California, right?
Yeah, 2 hours east of LA.
Oh, okay, cool. This is a nice 10.5 knot thermal. This is great.
Yeah.
This is just straight up, though. There is like no drift to this thermal
I
at
just
all.
figured out what your problem is.
Ah, what's the
You're
problem?
turning right.
What?
I love it, Dennis.
You're
What?
turning right in the thermal. That's not nice.
What do you mean?
Everybody turns left.
I
It's
do usually
it's
turn
natural.
left.
It's natural for most people to turn left.
Wow.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It's weird. Like, turning left always just feels better. Is that because, like, flying right-handed on the joystick, that's just
Yeah.
more comfortable?
Well, it's easier to pull than it is to push.
Oh, for sure. Okay, that's what I've been thinking, because I've noticed that I turn left way more often than I turn right.
Yeah, I only turn right if I have no other choice.
Yeah,
And most pilots do.
right.
So yeah, you're coming up to that city. That's where I was. There's that marking on the mountain.
Oh, that big white strip? That's kind of up ahead to my left, or to my right, or what?
Yeah.
That big white, okay. That is weird.
You know, I wouldn't doubt it's a marker for air mail services back in the 20s and 30s.
Maybe
I don't think so. It's pretty big.
this is like if it's like a 3,000 foot tall thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll see it when you come back this way, but it stands out against the green mountain. It is just a big white spire almost. Is it on the mountain or is it standing out from the mountain, Dennis?
Almost looked like there was a landslide or something that just dragged it out.
Ah, that would make sense. Maybe like a glacier carved a path sort of thing. Dennis, are you spectating the two of us now?
Yeah, I'm in your glider right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you see me doing it... Sorry, go ahead.
I was thinking I had to climb to get to Machu Picchu, and I looked down at my altimeter. I'm 4,000 feet above it.
Yeah, no, you're way... It's way below you.
Yeah, it's not on one.
Well, Dennis, as you're riding with me, if you see me doing anything or have any tips or corrections for me, I'm open to it.
So far, so good.
Good to hear. That's always fun.
That's what P on the keyboard is for.
What key?
P is in Paul.
Oh, the autopilot, yeah. I didn't think of that, just autopiloting, letting the plane fly itself out. That's a smart move. My reaction is to always just kind of dive my way out of it.
Yeah, if you're in the cloud, just hit P and it'll eventually fly out.
It's a good call. I'm only down 37 points for flying in clouds, so that's not too bad.
Okay, finally. Gee, Christmas.
You went really far off to the east there. Holy cow.
Oh, I'm over Machu Picchu now.
Oh, then you're just not on my screen. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, we're more than 15 miles apart.
Yep, that makes sense.
Boy, I'm really sucky tonight. I'm so far behind the curve.
It's okay. It's very reassuring for me knowing that people that are much more experienced than me still have rough times at some of these flights. So you're making me feel better.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Thank you. Alright, either I couldn't see autopilot turn on or it did not want to cooperate while I was in a cloud.
I didn't even see you go in a cloud.
Oh, I was buried in that cloud.
I know it said you were in a cloud, but I didn't see you in a cloud.
Oh, weird. Huh.
A lot of things you don't see when you're spectating.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if that's just a rock slide over on the face of that mountain, because there's no.
It kind of looks like.
Yeah, there's no other indication. It's just an unfortunate shape.
Very good. Just coming into view.
Sweet. Then you'll probably see just to my left from where you're at, the big green mountain with the white streak down the side of it.
I haven't gotten there yet, but almost.
Can't quite see it yet. I don't see it from this glider.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
not quite yet.
You said your name was Rick, right?
R-I-C-K, yes.
Okay, cool. Making sure I remember that right.
Dennis, you're from Ontario, is that correct?
Yes, Sarnia.
Okay.
60 miles north of Detroit.
Fun. Yay, my Condor flight computer is actually pointing at the right spot now.
There you go.
23 miles out.
And you thought you weren't going to make it.
I am pleased with how well I've done. I was seriously concerned after that first failed attempt trying to get any elevation. I'm very pleased with how it's turned out. Alright, this cloud came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Yeah, like there was nothing in front of me, and then all of a sudden just blinding cloud. That was very weird. It's like the cloud formed on top of me almost.
Sometimes they do that.
That's not upsetting at all.
a breath of fresh air, getting thermal.
Nice. That looks about where I found a couple thermals.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure if I was going to hit the right cycle because they were starting to drift into the top of the hills.
That makes sense.
Never did see that scar you guys are talking about.
No?
No, not yet.
Yeah, I don't see it either from your glider.
I am just passing it now.
Yeah, I know. It's just off your left there, right?
Yeah, it's off to my left. A little bit behind me.
Oh, you think it's ahead of me?
Oh yeah, no, it's still ahead of
yeah,
you. You're pointing.
ahead of you.
Oh, okay.
You're pointing just
It's
about
up
right
on the
at
other
it.
side of that city over there in the valley.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see it now.
Oh yeah, you're just getting up to it now.
Yeah, it looks like where a rock slide would be.
You know, if we had tundra tires, we could put it down on the islands in the river.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, once.
That's why we fly in the simulator, to do that sort of stuff.
Well, that's why you fly in the simulators and you spend a $250,000 airplane and put it in the garbage bin,
Exactly.
like I did the first 2 times.
Hey, it works for. That's what I've done for. I fly RC airplanes, and practicing on the simulator is the way to go because then you can burn through all those airplanes all you want.
Well, it
Yeah.
has made me a more cautious pilot in my glider.
Oh, absolutely.
They didn't have simulators when I started flying RC.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we had to learn how to rebuild.
Yeah, I've had to do my fair share of rebuilding anyway.
I can't tell you how many kits I've re-kitted.
Well, if you're afraid to crash, you shouldn't fly.
Yeah.
Well, and you're going to crash anyway, so you might as well accept it.
That's right. Mind you, knock on wood, the last bunch of airplanes I built I've had for quite a long time now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right now, one that I'm working on that I'm hoping to have ready come September is a 3.5 meter KA-8B glider.
Oh.
All right, I've got an old Viking too, 120 inch wing,
Oh shoot.
way back from the 70s, I think I bought it.
Nice.
I got a 118-inch B-25 as a laser cut kit that I haven't unboxed yet.
That sounds awesome.
Someday
Yeah.
I'll get to it.
I'd love to do a B-17 about that size.
They've got them.
Yeah, but it's the $3,000 just for the wood. That's the hard part.
Yeah, I've got a P-51 still in the box, an old Royal kit.
Oh my!
Ooh, those are nice
still in the box.
That's worth some dollars.
Yeah, that's a good kit. I've got the Goldberg Anniversary Cub in box ready for me to build, and as well as a Spirit.
I've got the Balsa USA quarter scale with a twin Gemini in it. It flies like a dream.
Oh, I bet it does.
That thing is like only 15 pounds. The Sig Cub's the same size, or about 25 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Balsa USA, that thing comes in for a landing, it just floats, man.
Oh, I can imagine. I've watched a couple Cubs fly that are about that scale, and it's crazy how much they just float on the air. It's nuts.
Yeah, and mine's the full wing. It's not a clip wing version.
Oh yeah, okay.
My dad built a 6-foot SIG kit. He put a 23 engine, 23 cubic inch or 0.23. Talk about floating! Oh my gosh.
That's pretty cool. Earlier this year, I actually picked up my own laser cutter. Some guy was giving his away because he was done with it, so I picked that up and fixed it up, and it's working for me now. And I'm hoping to put together some of those, or cut out some of my own of those larger kits.
Yeah.
"13 miles out. I'm almost there."
Yeah, you're 13 miles ahead of me. Yep, I'm 26 miles out.
Looks like you're about to make that turn at Kiabamba.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
Sweet.
I think that was the only route to take tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Trying to gain enough altitude to go to the east would have been a nightmare.
Yeah,
it was.
I thought about getting out, saving my flight, and then starting up again and going to the east just to see what it was like.
Yeah, that would have been rough. Rick can attest to that.
I think I would have put it down safely if I were in a real aircraft, but I couldn't judge my airspeed and rate of descent in that valley that I landed the first time.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine that. Not being, like, sitting in the glider, I feel like makes some of those perspective things really hard.
Yeah, and it was.
Like anytime I'm ridge flying and I go over or alongside a mountain, I always feel like I'm way closer than I am, because I'll see my shadow. I'm like, oh, I'm still like 100 feet away from this, when I feel like I'm hugging it.
Right. See, I've got 4,500, 5,000 hours of helicopter time.
Oh, fun.
So I was always close to objects. So ridge flying to me is not a big deal in Condor.
Yeah. What did you fly helicopter for?
I flew for the California Highway Patrol.
Oh, fun. Catching all the racers.
Pretty much. Until they got on the freeway, and then they'd outrun us.
Yeah, where they could really open it up.
Yeah, my top speed was 110, and theirs were, top speed anywhere from 120 to 160, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, that's pretty cool. Alright, we are coming in 9.3 nautical miles to the end. We have been in the air almost 2 hours. Pretty sweet. Part of me feels like I have enough altitude from where I'm at to make it all the way to the start line.
You probably do.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm at 10.7 right now.
Oh yeah, that's plenty of altitude. If
Sweet.
you take your home and end key and start hitting, let's see which is it. Yeah, the home key. It'll raise your McCready setting. Put it on about 4, and then switch to page 3, and there's a red dot, and it'll tell you whether you have enough altitude or not.
Okay, so I've got it at 3.9 and altitude. Which one's the one?
Well, you go to the numbers one through
Yeah.
0 on the top of your keyboard. Hit number 3.
Yeah, no, I've rebound my screens to my.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to remember which one estimated arrival. So DDH, that's the estimated arrival height, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it says I'll arrive at 5,700 feet, so I've got room for days.
Push the nose over and go for it, man.
Yeah, I'm currently cruising at 85 knots, so should be good. Flying through a 6-knot thermal out of nowhere. I can see the landing strip. Yay!
There you go. You made it around.
Yep. Yeah, that final... Once you get past that one city, it's pretty straightforward. And I found where I can... I think I found where I can cross open.
Interesting to see when we upload the skyline. It has the biggest triangles.
Yeah, for sure.
Consider everywhere else took the same route.
Yeah, just about. Alright, so I need to cross over roughly where I started from, and then I can go back and land. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try and cross my path but a little south of the airport just to make sure that I'm clear for my triangle.
RC flying field in the morning. We're having our opening breakfast, so that'll be fun.
Well, that'd be good.
That'll be fun, yeah, for sure.
And we decided to do Hot Dog Tuesdays, so hopefully that'll bring people out. Because at one time, years ago, we used to have a club night, and it didn't matter, there'd always be somebody there that night. So it was, because I don't like going out there to fly by myself.
Right.
Yeah, it's way more fun with people for sure.
Yeah, and then they got away from the club night thing, and half the time I go out there and be nobody there. So I end up flying in my backyard because I got 2 acres of lot and land anyways.
Lucky. I wish I had 2 acres.
Yeah, so now they decide this year to say, oh, let's do a hot dog night. Of course, I missed the first one already.
That's too bad.
Yeah, so I don't have to find out when we should put it in the calendar so I can know what nights they're going to have hot dog Tuesdays.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. Well, I just completed my triangle.
There you go.
Now I just got to get back on the ground.
See, you will get on the ground.
Right,
Yes.
one way or another.
Yeah, landing's mandatory. I do know that much. And as I tell my buddy when I try and help him fly his RC airplanes, taking off is optional, landing is mandatory.
Well, when we do the wings program, we never let the student take off.
Yeah, oh for sure.
We don't let them do any taking off until they can prove to us that they can land. And then when they take off, they go, "Oh my God, was that ever easy?" I went, "Yeah, we know."
Yeah, I understand.
Taking off is easy. Landing is the hard part. So we always make them feel like taking off is really hard, so we can clear them how to land.
Oh, nice. That's smart.
And we don't let them get their wings using the autopilot on the planes these days. That EX, whatever that stupid thing is they call it, EXE3 or whatever.
Oh, the ASX3 that Spectrum has.
They have to turn that off in order to get their wings.
Yeah.
That's good. I hate that stuff so much. Like, I get that they're trying to bring people into the hobby, but it is not a smart way to teach people to fly.
No.
Well, yeah, because I had 3 years ago, I had an 8-year-old come out to teach him to fly. And I couldn't he just took the thing up and away he went. And I thought, wait a minute, something wrong here. I says, oh yeah, you got to turn that autopilot stuff off. I'll let you fly for now, but once you get to going for your wings, you turn that stuff off, and boy, was he all over the sky.
That's why I have my oldest is 7, and right now he flies on Real Flight on my computer.
Oh yeah.
And I tell him that, like, I have all these planes that you want to fly, and I know you want to fly them, but you are not allowed to fly them until you can fly smoothly on the simulator.
Yeah.
So he's taking that to heart.
He needs that muscle memory.
Yeah. So he's practicing. Right now he flies really well in third-person view on there, and I've told him that he needs to learn to fly, standing at the flight line.
Standing in flight line the whole time. Yeah.
But once he gets good at that, I'll put him up on one of my planes.
Yeah, he's not really learning what he needs in third person. Third person.
No, but he's at least understanding how the controls are responding, and then he'll just have to learn the perspective of third person, or the perspective of standing on the ground.
In third person, you don't have a plane coming towards you.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the one that kills you. That's the one that'll get you.
My dad started me on single channel.
Oh yeah.
RC.
Nice.
And he would always, when we were coming in and the airplane's flying at us, we would always turn away from the airplane so our shoulders would be the same as the airplane.
Well, yeah, you can do that if you get desperate. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That way you're just kind of looking over your shoulder and stuff to watch the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the way I learned.
It works for sure.
I could not even now. I'm comfortable with them, but I still have to think about it.
Yeah, even in an RC airplane, I prefer a left turn.
I could do left turns no problem, but I could never do a right turn in an RC airplane. So now we have students do figure eights all the time.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it for sure. I am on the ground. Smoothly,
Yay.
too.
I am 11 miles. Making a couple of turns here so I can get over the hill. Going up at 10 knots plus. Should be one more turn.
All right, now we got to fly the 126 on this task.
Oh yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it makes it way more comfortable for sure.